الله الرحمن الرحيم. صلى الله عليك يا سيدي ويا مولاي يا رسول الله. صلى الله عليك يا حبيب الله. صلى الله عليك يا مولاي وابن مولاي يا أبا عبد الله الحسين، وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفناء يا رحمة الله الواسعة ويا باب نجاة الأمة. غريب يا مظلوم كربلاء، يا ليتنا كنا معكم سادتي فنفوز فوزا عظيما. عبست وجوه القوم خوف الموت، والعباس فيهم ضاحك يتبسم. قلب اليمين على الشمال وغاص في الأوساط، يتخطف النفوس ويحطمه. قلب اليمين على الشمال وغاص في الأوساط، يتخطف النفوس ويحطمه. بطل تورث من أبيه شجاعة فيها أنوف بني الضلالة، ترموا قسما بصارم الثقيل، وإنني في غير صاعقة السماء لا أقسم لولا القضاء لمحى الوجود بسيفه. الله يقضي ما يشاء ويحكم هوى بجنب العلقم، فليته للشاربين به يداف العلقم، فمشى لمصرع الحسين وطرفه بين الخيام وبينه متقسم. فأكب منحنيا عليه ودمعه صبغ البسيط كأنما هو عنده Oh لله وإنا إليه راجعون. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Tonight, inshallah, we're going to be commemorating Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam, the leader of the army of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, and the direct representative of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, the one who Abu Abdullah al-Hussein not only entrusted him with leading the army, but rather entrusted him with the message itself. Where we say the representatives of the Imams alayhimus salam sometimes are direct representatives, directly appointed by the Imam himself, and some of them are indirect representatives, and those are our Maraja, the representatives of this time, which are not directly appointed, but they hold the qualifications of the representative, and therefore they are considered representatives of the Imam. As for the direct representatives of the Imam in history, you find that there are not many of them. Al-Abbas alayhi salam, along with Muslim ibn Aqil, held that level and that status, which shows you the level of Al-Abbas alayhi salam. Yes, he was the brother, the servant, the follower, and not only all of these, but the pinnacle of loyalty to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Now, a lot of the times we come and we use these different characteristics because we know that these individuals truly embodied them. But why did we pick loyalty and we say that Al-Abbas alayhi salam was the pinnacle of loyalty to his brother Abu Abdullah al-Hussein? It's because on the day of Ashura, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam was surrounded by his enemies. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam knew his companions and his family members are going to die one by one. And he knew that there was no way to escape death on that day. All of a sudden, as Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam sits down, the voice of a wretched man by the name of Shibr ibn al-Jawshan rings through Karbala. Abbas! Come out, we have something to talk to you about. We have something to say to you. So it said Al-Abbas alayhi salam goes towards Shimr ibn al-Jawshan. There's a distance away from them. Shimr screams and says, Abbas, we don't want to kill you or any of your brothers. For your mother is our sister. For your mother is our sister. What does he mean by our sister? It is said by some that Shimr ibn al-Jawshan was from the same tribe, or at least had some sort of relationship with al-Baneen alayhi salam. Some of them went as far as saying that he was the brother of al-Baneen, although this is rejected by many of our ulama. But the gist of it is that this man was related to Al-Abbas in some way. And so he was considered to be part of the family. Al-Abbas looks at him and says, be gone with you and the peace that you try to give me. While Al-Hussein alayhi salam is alone on the plains of Karbala, you try to give me peace. You try to give me security. What about him? And he makes it clear that I have come to Karbala not to win a battle with the swords. I have come to Karbala to lose my life. And he makes it even more clear. And he says, the only reason I exist is for these hours that I'm going to spend defending Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. When he stands up on the hill and he calls out for Amir al-Mu'mineen, as you will see in the majlis, he says, Ya Ali, today is the day. Today is the day that you made me for. Today is the day you brought me up for. Today is the day you married my mother for. This is the day where I will perfect that prophecy. Today is the day where I will show them who Ali alayhi salam is. Today is the day where the people will know That we came with a message that will not die with our bodies, rather it will resonate through generations. And it will destroy every single Yazid that is to come. And every single Yazid that perished before. Because the message of Abu Abdullah and Al-Abbas was not for the generations of the future only. Rather, it was for the past generations too. For the messages that came before them, that were trying to destroy the message of Rasulullah. It is there for the past, the present, and the future. All because of what? That stance that Al-Abbas alayhi salam took on that day, him and his brothers. The stance that led to the events unfolding in the way they unfolded. When the men left Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, the man, the true man, the embodiment of manhood, stood up and said, if they left, we will stand our ground. And we are here for a greater message. All because of what? Loyalty. He is the embodiment of loyalty. And so in his honor, my brothers and sisters, we're going to speak about loyalty. And tonight I want both sides to be very, 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 very keen on listening in. Why? Because when it comes to the different subjects that we spoke about, in the days before, they're extremely important. Extremely important. But when it comes to the topic of loyalty, my brothers and sisters, it's something totally different. A, because it's linked to Al-Abbas, yes, but B, because this idea of loyalty is something that no human being with the right mind can reject. And no human being with the right mind can disconnect themselves from. It is one of those qualities that the human being, if you tell him or her, you don't have that quality, however bad they are or however good they are, they will feel offended. Even if they call themselves a bad person, go to the worst of people, say to them, you don't have loyalty. And they will feel offended. Because this characteristic shapes our very humanity and identity as just humans, not Muslims or Shia, as human beings. And so, if I can question myself and look into myself and ask myself, am I loyal or not? The actions that I commit, do they show loyalty or betrayal? And I come to a point, if I'm very honest with myself and say, I do things that question the loyalty I have for Allah, for others, and for my imams, then I'm one step closer to fixing the flaws within myself. Because if I'm able to accept myself, wal-'iyad billah, as a sinner, I can never accept myself to be a traitor. I'll say that one more time. If I can accept myself to be a sinner, I can't accept myself to be a traitor. And that's why we're going to speak about loyalty, specifically loyalty, my brothers and sisters. And we're going to see how just from this topic, we can segue into a lot of different topics that have to do with us on a practical basis. So inshallah, we're going to ask just one question. The majlis of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam is long, and we should give it that importance. So we're just going to ask one question, and hopefully, we can delve into the real topics that we need to think about when it comes to self-building through the idea of loyalty. So the question we want to ask tonight is this. What is the real meaning of loyalty? And when it comes to the loyalty that Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam spoke about, and just the loyalty in general, who are we to be loyal towards or to? See, a lot of times we say we have to be loyal. Loyal to who? Loyal to what? What are we connecting our loyalty to? These are the two questions. Technically, they're one, but two parts that we're going to answer tonight, inshallah, with your help, with Allah's salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
As for the meaning of loyalty, Loyalty, my brothers and sisters, if you go into the dictionary, the linguistic meaning of loyalty is support and allegiance to another individual. Support and allegiance to another individual. And when you come to the definition, you find the linguists, they come and define this by using what we call synonyms. Things that sort of mean pretty much the same thing as loyalty. Allegiance, support. And just these same exact words that pretty much mean the same thing. And so when we ask Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, define loyalty in its entirety. Not just the linguistic meaning. No, I want the real meaning of loyalty. We find Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, Allah says, He says, Al-Wafa توأم الصدق ولا أعلم جنة أوفى منه. He says, loyalty is the twin of truthfulness. And I don't know of a better characteristic than that. So he comes forward and says, if you want to know the true reality of what this idea of loyalty means, then understand that loyalty means truthfulness. Truthfulness with myself, okay, put that aside. But truthfulness with the individual that I claim to be loyal to. That if I claim to be loyal to Ali, it means in front of Ali, I show a face, my true self. And behind Ali, I show that same exact face, which is my true self. When Ali is there, I show my true self. I'm truthful with him, with what I represent and show to him. And when Ali's not there, I'm also truthful with him. And the fact that Ali is there or not there, whether he's present or not present, whether he's alive or dead, that means nothing and changes nothing. So that if Ali was able to look at me when I was not, or when I did not know Ali was there, he will see me as the same exact person towards him. That is what loyalty truly means. And so from there, my brothers and sisters, we see that the Imams alayhimus salam said that the individual that is a mu'min, the believer, is truthful, yes. But not just truthful in what he says or she says. They are truthful with the people that they deal with, and the people that they meet, and the people that they see. As in, they don't show a face and then behind closed doors show another face. And show alternative motives. Until they said, one of the fundamental signs of the believer is that he will never, ever betray another human being, even their enemy. Even their enemy. Which means what? And I'll give you an example of what this means. Which means what? The true mu'min is loyal to the believer himself, yes. But also loyal to the human being. To the human encompassed by the enemy himself. What do I mean by that? As in, the mu'min is not only going to be truthful with the believer, rather, with the enemy himself. When it comes to the human being himself, whether he's an enemy or a believer, they are loyal to that characteristic, and that is just being a human. Where just because you are a human being, this mu'min will respect that aspect of you. The humanity itself encompassed by the enemy himself is respected and shown loyalty to. Some of you are questioning that. Well, what does that mean exactly? Let me tell you how. Ahlul Bayt are the examples of all of these. Listen to what happened. Let me tell you what I mean by this. It is said Muslim ibn Aqil enters Kufa. We spoke about Muslim yesterday. Muslim ibn Aqil enters Kufa, and the ruler of Kufa at that time was a man by the name of Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad, it is said, he was new to being the governor. Before Ubaidullah, there was another man that Yazid put aside and put in his place Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad was ruthless, destructive, a hater of Ahlul Bayt, an individual who was the most vile individual at the time, putting him beside the likes of Yazid ibn Muawiyah. Him and Yazid were in a competition of who's worse. Understand him like that. One day, Muslim ibn Aqil was in the house of Hani ibn Urwa. Hani ibn Urwa was one of the companions of Imam al-Husayn alayhi salam as well. And he was a supporter of Muslim ibn Aqil, and he was ultimately killed by Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad as well, before Muslim. Hani ibn Urwa had Muslim ibn Aqil as company, and a man by the name of Abdullah, Sallallahu alaihi Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I believe his name was Abdullah ibn Shabab or Shabab. Nonetheless, the name was Abdullah. This man had connections with Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. I think the riwayah says they were cousins. What happens? Abdullah is also staying with Hani ibn Urwa, and he is doing something called taqiyya. So he's not showing what he truly believes. So he's hiding his allegiance to Abu Abdullah al-Husayn for the right time, and keeping himself safeguarded and safe. Because if he shows his true color, not his true colors, but if he shows his belief, he will be killed by Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad, who's very close to him. No problem. It is said Abdullah in the house of Hani ibn Urwa falls ill. And who hears of this? Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. So he comes and he wants to visit his cousin in the house of Hani ibn Urwa. At the time, Hani ibn Urwa did not have any tensions, or the tensions were not really big with Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. So Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad gives them news, I'm coming to visit my cousin Abdullah. Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad did not know Muslim ibn Aqil was in the house. He did not know that Muslim ibn Aqil was there. So what did they say? Abdullah looks at Muslim and says, listen what he says. He says, Ubaidullah is coming. He doesn't know that you're here. So while Ubaidullah is sitting beside me, I'm going to give you a sign. And the sign is me taking off my turban and putting it on the ground. When you see this sign, then come out from outside of that closet. Come out from the closet that you were hiding in, and kill Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. So Muslim, he hides in the closet. Ubaidullah comes in. Hani ibn Urwa is sitting watching. Abdullah takes off his turban after some time. Nothing happens. He puts it back on. He takes off his turban a second time. Nothing happens. Puts it back on. Until he does that a few times. Ubaidullah is like, what's going on with this man? Until Abdullah starts screaming and saying couplets of poetry.